Here I'm going to show you how to do a stem leaf chart in Excel. So here's our numbers, and for now we're just going to keep it as 2 digits, all the numbers. At the end I'll show you what happens with a 1-digit number. So I highly recommend first that you sort these in ascending order. So we'll go to data, sort. We're going to say continue with the current selection. I'm just going to tell it it's got headers, and it needs to sort that from smallest to largest. The next thing you need to do is extract the stem, in this case the first digit. So in Excel there's a really useful function called left, and all it asks you is where's the text or the number and how many characters do you want. In this case I'm going to have the stem is only the 1 digit, so I'm going to put a 1 here. We can check what the answer is going to be. Say okay, and I copy it down, and then I'm going to extract the leaf. Now the leaf could be 1 digit, 2 digits, etc. So I know it's not the first character, but it's the next one. So we're going to use a function called mid. Mid says take it out from the middle somewhere. Where's the text? It's over here. Where must it start? So that's character 1. So I'm going to say it must start at character 2. And I'm just going to put a big number here, make it 100 for example. And you can see that out of the 10, it's going to pull a 0, which is what we want. And I'm going to copy it down. So now we have the data ready to turn it into the chart. The next thing we're going to do is pull out the unique number. So we don't want 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, etc. We just want 1, 2, 3, 4. Could type it manually, but we're going to use one of the new features in the more recent versions of Excel called dynamic arrays. So quite simply, I'm going to go in here, go to the function wizard, and there's a function in Excel called unique. And all it asks is where must I go look. So I'm going to say go look here in the stem. I'm going to highlight all of that. That's the array. There are a couple of other options, but for now that's all we're going to do. And you can already see that it's going to turn 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, etc. to 1, 2, 3, 4. When I say OK, you'll see it automatically creates the unique list. And if we change one of these numbers, so let's change the 76 to a 95, you'll see it would add it in there. I'm just going to undo. Now for the leaves, we're going to use another dynamic array formula called filter initially. So I'm going to look for the thing called filter. So firstly, what it asks is where is the information. I'm going to point, highlight this leaf, and don't forget, put your dollar signs on. What must it include? So what we wanted to do is if there's a 1 here, we wanted to only look at where the stems are 1 and a 2. So the way you do that is you highlight this area here. Again, I'm just going to put the dollar signs on. And then I'm going to say equals to that cell there. So effectively what it's now going to do is look through this list, and only when it's equal to that will it generate or will it look it up. Now I'm going to show you. I'm just going to say OK. Now you'll see that's just brought that through, and if I copy it down, you can see this number 2, those 2 there are correct, but they're going downwards, so that's not exactly what we want. So what we want to do now is make them go left to right. So a very easy way to do that, just go to the beginning of the formula, I type transpose, open, close, and now I can copy this formula down, and immediately it has gone and created this. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And now you can see it's always useful just to check. So we've got an 89, there's an 89, 32, 3, and 2. So that's an easy way to create stem and leaf chart in Excel. Just one word of caution. If in these numbers you have a single digit number, so I'm just going to change that to a 1 rather. You'll notice the stem now becomes the 1, which is incorrect. The leaf is nothing, and this is now incorrect. So when the number of digits changes, there are other ways to address it in Excel. But simplistically, we need to put a 0, 1 there. If I type 0, 1 though and click enter, Excel automatically says it cannot be 0, 1, it must be 1. So in order to force it to see 0, 1, you need to put an apostrophe. So you'll see if I go here, I'm going to put a little apostrophe, 0, 1. Apostrophe forces Excel to see it as text. When I click enter, you'll see it stays left aligned, but now it splits it 0, 1. And now in the stem and leaf, we've got a 0 and a 1.